Needs and wants are an important part of an economy. Needs are things that people require to survive. Food, water, clothing, and shelter are all needs. If a human body does not have those things, the body cannot function and will die. Wants are things that a person would like to have but are not needed for survival. A want may include a toy, expensive shoes, or the most recent electronics. Both needs and wants must be purchased with money. Sometimes people confuse their wants and needs and spend too much of their money on things they want. Then they do not have enough money for their needs. A budget can help people figure out what they can afford. A budget is a plan that lists how much money a person has and all the needs and wants that cost money. This list makes it easy to make sure that all a person's needs are purchased before the wants. If there is no money left in the budget after the needs are taken care of, the wants will have to wait. Needs are the basic requirements necessary for human survival. They are essential things that we require to live and function, and are necessary for our physical and mental health and well-being. Research suggests that people who have fewer needs tend to be happier than those who don't. Living a life with minimal needs is not only a good habit but also good karma, helping us to live life to the fullest. What are wants? Wants are things that we desire, like, or enjoy, but that are not necessary for survival. In other words, we can live without them. You can't live without needs, but you can live without wants. Anything necessary for survival and well-being is a need, rest are wants. Needs are essential for life, while wants are desires that we like to have or own. Needs are basics of life, while wants are luxuries of life. Needs are limited, while wants are unlimited and limitless. Needs have to be addressed immediately while wants can wait. It's important to remember this distinction when making purchasing decisions so that your finances don't get out of hand. Allow room for some indulgences every now and then while keeping an eye on expenses. With a good grasp on distinguishing between needs and wants, you will be able to manage your financial resources with ease and confidence. Learn what are needs and wants and the difference between needs and wants with practical examples and comprehensive definitions. The difference between needs and wants is crucial for effective financial management. Needs are the essential items or services necessary for a comfortable life, such as food, shelter, and health care. Wants, on the other hand, represent desires or non-essential expenses, like luxury items or unnecessary subscriptions. By learning how to differentiate between needs and wants, you can allocate your resources wisely, prioritize your financial goals and avoid the trap of impulsive and unnecessary purchases. So, if you're ready to overcome your overspending habits, establish a budget, and start saving for a better future, this article is your comprehensive guide. Needs are essential requirements for a person's survival and basic well-being. In the context of economics, needs typically include fundamental goods and services that address both physical and psychological aspects of life. Physical needs refer to the basic necessities that sustain our bodies and ensure our survival. Examples of physical needs include food, water, clothing, shelter, and health care. These physical needs should be the focal point of budgeting, as they directly impact an individual's quality of life. Psychological needs are crucial for our mental well-being and emotional stability. According to Maslow's hierarchy of needs, psychological needs include safety, love and belonging, esteem, and self-actualization. Wants, on the other hand, are non-essential desires that a person seeks to enhance their experience, provide additional comfort, or satisfy personal inclinations. These are things that we desire but can live without. While fulfilling wants can contribute to overall satisfaction and happiness, it is essential to manage and balance them against essential needs in financial planning. A need in this context would be having a basic mobile phone with essential features such as calling, texting, and a simple camera for communication purposes. This need could be fulfilled by purchasing an affordable, entry-level smartphone. On the other hand, a want might be purchasing a high-end smartphone with advanced features like facial recognition, a high-resolution camera, and a large storage capacity. While owning a high-end smartphone may bring enjoyment and enhance one's experience, it is not essential for fulfilling the basic need for communication. Understanding the difference between needs and wants from an economic perspective is crucial for making informed decisions and prioritizing resources in various aspects of life. Recognizing the distinction between physical and psychological needs can also help individuals focus on maintaining a balanced and healthy lifestyle, both physically and emotionally, while making sound financial decisions. Analyze necessity, determine if the item or expense is essential for your basic survival and well-being. Ask yourself if it is vital for you to live and function properly. If the answer is yes, it is likely a need. If it is not essential for your basic needs, it is likely a want. Evaluate impact, consider the long-term consequences of the item or expense. Will it have a significant impact on your overall quality of life, or is it more of a short-term desire? Needs generally have a long-term impact, while wants tend to provide more immediate gratification. Assess alternatives, explore alternative options that can fulfill the same purpose but at a lower cost. For needs, consider whether there are more affordable alternatives available. For wants, evaluate if there are less expensive or free alternatives that can still provide a similar level of satisfaction. Regularly reassess, periodically review your needs and wants to ensure they still align with your values and priorities. As circumstances change, so do priorities. Continuously evaluate whether certain items or expenses are still necessary or if they have become more of a want. This is crucial for keeping track of the difference between needs and wants. Effective budgeting requires the ability to differentiate between needs and wants. By understanding this distinction, individuals can prioritize their spending and make informed financial decisions. Prioritizing needs allows individuals to allocate a significant portion of their budget to cover essential expenses such as rent, utilities, and groceries. By ensuring that these fundamental requirements are met first, individuals can avoid financial stress and ensure their basic needs are taken care of. Furthermore, differentiating between needs and wants helps individuals avoid impulse purchases. Understanding the difference allows individuals to reflect on whether a purchase is truly necessary or simply a desire at the moment. By considering the distinction, individuals can make more informed and intentional spending decisions. This practice helps to reduce unnecessary expenses, impulsive debt, and financial regrets. By cultivating this awareness, individuals gain greater control over their financial choices and develop the discipline needed for successful budgeting. Some examples of needs include food, clothing, shelter, education, healthcare, family, friends, rest, employment, security, love, acceptance, belongingness, movement, breathing, talking, break from work, peace. Above needs can be categorized into physical, mental, emotional, financial, and spiritual. Some examples of wants include luxury items, such as a luxury car, an expensive vacation, or a designer handbag. No, not everyone has the same needs and wants. Needs and wants differ based on individual circumstances, life stages, profession, financial status, and place of residence. A lawyer, doctor, carpenter, CEO, and prime minister all have different needs. One person's need may be another person's want. For example, someone living in a cold climate will need a winter coat while someone in a hot climate will not. People's needs and wants can also change throughout their lives due to changes in circumstances, or values. For instance, people living in rented houses will have different needs compared to those living in their own houses. Needs also change according to age. As a person grows older, their focus shifts from accumulating wealth to engaging in activities that give them purpose or joy. It is essential for an individual to understand their own set of needs and wants to make informed decisions about how best to allocate resources. Make sure that you have enough money to cover your essential needs before you start spending money on wants. Understanding the difference between needs and wants is crucial for making informed decisions about how you spend your money. It's important to focus on your needs first and then on wants. Being mindful of your spending habits will ensure that your basic requirements are taken care of while also allowing for some wants along the way. When it comes to smart budgeting, understanding the difference between needs and wants is crucial. While it's important to fulfill your needs, it's equally important to be mindful of your wants and prioritize them based on your financial situation. Saving and investment can save you big time. One of the most important parts of setting up a monthly budget is separating needs from wants. Before assigning dollar amounts to any categories, it's important to know which parts of your monthly expenditures are an absolute need, and which items would be nice to include, but are not a necessity. Many people find this particularly challenging, and many even give up on budgeting when they can't move past this step. Fortunately, it doesn't have to be this way. Below, we've outlined how to tell the difference between wants and needs, as well as how to separate these two categories on a monthly budget plan. A need is something that is necessary to live and function. A want is something that can improve your quality of life. Using these criteria, a need includes food, clothing, shelter, and medical care, while wants include everything else. However, as you'll find when creating a budget, these terms are more fluid than they appear to be at first glance. While working through your lists, you may find that some items can fit into both categories, making the process confusing. A good trick for dividing wants from needs is to let some time pass before fulfilling your desire for the item, either theoretically or practically. The desire to obtain a need only grows stronger as time passes, while the desire to fulfill a want will weaken with passing time. Now that we've defined each of these budget categories, you can begin listing your own needs and wants. Start with your needs, including the basics, like food, rent, or mortgage, as well as other fixed expenditures that are necessary for you to live and function. Those things may include transportation costs, health insurance coverage, and any clothing or tools you need for work. It's important to note that needs will vary from one person to another, and even for one person at different stages of life. For example, a family with two working parents who live in a community where there is no reliable public transportation may require two vehicles. Conversely, a family living in a city with several dependable transportation systems may list a second car as a want. Similarly, a 4-bedroom home may be a need for a family while they're raising several young children, but turn into a want later when the kids go off to college. If you get stuck on a particular item and don't know where to place it, hold it up to the following questions. Do I really need this item to live and function? Is it possible to fill this need in a less expensive way? How would my life be different if this item were not a part of it? When you've completed your list of needs, you can list all remaining expenses in your category of wants. After completing this exercise, review your list of needs to see if anything can be removed. Will you still need these items a few years from now, or even a few months from now? Can any of your needs be swapped for a cheaper option? For example, you may need clothing, but do you need 8 pairs of designer jeans? Do the same for your list of wants. Which of them are only there because of pressure to keep up with others or look good? Which of your wants were more important to you in the past than they are today? Which are status symbols? Pare down your list until you're only left with the wants that truly add value to your life. Now that you know how to tell the difference between needs and wants, creating a monthly budget is simple. Assign dollar amounts to your fixed and non-fixed needs, set aside money for savings and use the rest to pay for your wants. Going forward, you'll likely also have an easier time keeping your impulse buys under control. Before purchasing an item, ask yourself if it's a need or a want. If the item is a want, consider its importance and other wants you've recently bought before going ahead with the purchase. Separating wants and needs can be one of the most challenging parts of creating a monthly budget. Follow the steps outlined above to learn how to make the distinction between these two spending categories with ease. Thank you for watching this video and subscribe to our channel.